Hi, my name's Anthony Roberts. I'm an ex-armed robber. I've spent over 12 years in prison for numerous robberies. I've spent over 13 years in the care system, and this is my story.
This brings back a lot of memories for me, but also for you, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it brings out a lot of memories, John.
So, right, let's just talk about where we are now. We're in Sheringham Road.
This was the first children's home I ever got put in when I got removed from my mum at the age of 6, 7, yeah.
So we're coming up now. This is 4 Sheringham Road.
That's correct, yep.
So you was taken here at the age of 6?
I was taken here age of 6, 7, around that age, and then from here I ended up going, this is where it all started.
So what are the circumstances for you ending up here though?
Circumstances were here was abusive home, had a childhood that was pretty traumatic. I got sexually abused as a young 3-year-old, and then my behaviour deteriorated from there. It turned into places similar to this. Unfortunately, I wasn't here first. I ended up going to a lot of other places where they dealt with kids that had disabilities and was struggling, John.
Right.
Because I was struggling emotionally from my abuse, I've then basically started acting out. And as you can imagine, once a kid gets sexually abused, their head is completely messed.
So it started at 3?
It happened at 3, and then I got, basically what happened was I got abused by the babysitter.
Right.
The police got involved. The police didn't believe me. I got taken to the hospital. The hospital said it never happened. My mum got a second opinion. They did examine me properly, then they realised that I was abused.
Right.
That's when the social services came in. The police then turned around and told my mum that she has to leave, and that if anything happens to the guy that abused me, then she will be arrested, and that we were then basically targeted by the police as well as the social services.
Andy, you've gone on about abuse.
Yeah.
Can we just define it? What sort of abuse was it?
It was sexually abused.
Sexually abused.
What happened was I got left with a babysitter. The babysitter was actually a rent boy.
Oh.
He was a 14-year-old rent boy, and he was apparently a rent boy in around this area where we are now today. That only happened to me the once from that person. I then told my mum, and that's when the police got involved, the hospitals got involved. They didn't believe me the first time. My mum got a second opinion, and that's when they done a proper test, realised that I was abused, that this did happen, that a 3-year-old boy wasn't lying and wouldn't lie about something like that. But then the police has obviously then turned around and said to my mother, if anything happens to this other person that's abused me, you will be arrested. And then my mum was told that she should leave, she should move out.
But the police didn't investigate?
The police did not investigate it. It got put under the carpet, hushed away, nothing ever happened.
And how was life at home?
Life was not good. Life was not good, John. You could imagine when that happens to a kid, their whole mindset is completely destroyed. Their brain is completely fucked, mate, to be honest with you. And my behaviour completely went off the rails. I set fire to my mum's house. I burnt my mum's house down to the ground. I nearly killed myself, my mum and my sister.
How old was you?
I was 3. This happened right after what happened.
Right.
And then it progressed from there. Since I burnt the house down, social services started putting me in treatment for my mental health. But I would then be restrained by men constantly because I'd be violent, I'd be aggressive. And that went on for a period of 3 years.
Right.
And then I got kicked out of my mum's house, got took out of my mum's house by the social services, and I ended up here, 4 Sheringham Road.
Put your knife down about this, yeah, okay? You only pick up a knife when you feel insecure, where you don't feel you can have a fight.
You know, anyone can walk into a bank with a gun or a building society. You know, it's a 50-50 toss-up whether you get away with it or not.
I've heard people go, oh, that knife campaign is different from this knife campaign, so we're going to swerve them. Look, it's for the common good of what, you know, let's have it right.
People go to them thinking that they could get these jobs done when it was a decent bit of work, and they used to give it to me.
So we're at HMP Highdown, Sutton. I was recalled here for a common assault, non-custodial offence.
You want the nicer things, you want the nicer car, and replacing I replaced everything with financial. I had to steal and it was just like an addiction for me, John. I stole, even when I didn't need to.
Stick your hands up, yeah, instead of like doing that move, you know? That's what it's about.
You know, I can remember the anxiety, the trepidation, and the excitement, you know, all rolled into one. I think any criminal, you know, would aspire to. You know, we're talking about doing a job that would potentially worth 100 or 200 million quid if we got it right.
My QC said, I'll be very upset, Kevin, if you get guilty. I said, not as upset as me.
It did bother me a little bit. And when he said that to me, I thought, fucking right, yeah, that could have been.